A few days ago, we posted a video about the joystick replacement and how you can access all of them inside the ROG Ally, and today we're gonna do a teardown of this thing because a lot of you have been requesting how can you access the face buttons and whatnot, and I do get that because this kind of buttons eventually you do need to maintain them as well, especially when they start to double press or not register at all. And yeah, and some of you guys even asked what's the heatsink material, what kind of metal is it made out of. So let's tear it down and get down to the motherboard itself, and then we will re-evaluate if this is actually even more moddable than it is fixable. As usual, we'll be taking out the 6 screws behind here. The first thing that I want to highlight here is this screw here actually has a warranty sticker on the screw itself, and this is actually for the battery. So for the battery replacement, some guy actually asked if you can swap this out for a larger battery. The thing is, you technically can. It's really simple. So the battery is connected via this cable here, and then it is screwed in by 1, 2, 3, 4 screws. This empty space here cannot be occupied because the RAM is directly below this connecting piece. Now, that is rather unfortunate, so let me just take it out for you guys to see anyway, because it's a teardown, so might as well let's do it. So now I got the battery disconnected. This ribbon cable needs to go as well because it's blocking the way. And then this whole thing can be lifted up. And this is the battery assembly. It's fairly simple. Again, 40 watt hours in total, so you got half of it here, half of it here, and everything is connected via this port in the middle. And again, the reason why you can't occupy the middle space is because the RAM is located right here. Technically, you can put the battery here as well, but yeah, generally I do get what you're saying because there's quite a lot of wasted space around this section of the ROG Ally. But yeah, I just don't think that they can utilize it that much because of the RAM position. And now let's take out the joysticks once more. Again, 4 screws on each side, and then ribbon cable. Now we're down to this part, and some of you actually asked if we can swap out the face buttons, and that is exactly what we're gonna do next. The thing is, I think we have to take out the entire motherboard here because it seems like the whole thing is just one big piece here. So let's get unscrewing, I guess. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws. Is that it? Seems too little to be true. But let's just unscrew and see what goes. So unexpectedly, we actually got the fan out instead. Since we got the fan out, let's take a look at the specs. So this is made by FCN. It's a DC brushless fan. Runs on 5 volts, 0.5 amps, and since there's no screw around the back of the fan area, I'm just gonna reassemble it real quick. If you want to disconnect the display, then you will have to remove this fan here so you can get access to this ribbon cable, and we need to pop that out. And now the motherboard should be able to slide out easily. Not sure how well this works. Yeah, we got extra cables on this side as well, which is for the speaker. These two are the speakers, by the way, so you can change them if you want to, but I don't think you need to because the speakers on the ROG Ally is already very good. Okay, so we got the motherboard out right now. As you can see here, the assembly of this thing is fairly simple. The face buttons on this side here, they are using membrane pads. Remember, you have to clean them out eventually because the graphite pads will get worn out and the conduction is not gonna be as good, so remember to clean that out if anything happens to your face buttons. Same goes to the directional pad as well. And for the question of can you actually change the face buttons, obviously you can. Once you got down to this part, then you can just pop them out. yeah, this is the X button, and you can just buy some aftermarket ones when it is available and then swap it out. Fairly simple actually. It's just that the disassembly process to get to this area is difficult. And for the display, that is gonna be complicated. I can't see any screws, so they're definitely using adhesion to stick the display onto the chassis of this thing. I don't want to turn this around because everything will start pouring out. There you go, display is stuck onto the chassis via adhesive. I'm not even sure how you can actually change the display. Ribbon cable is right here. Then I don't really know how to pop out the display. So that is the entire disassembly process of the ROG Ally. Overall, if you know your way around electronic devices, then I wouldn't say this is difficult. It's just a bit challenging. You need to know where all the screws and all the connectors go, but if you are filming a video like I did, then I can just rewind and watch it back, then I know how to reassemble this thing. So that's it. Fairly simple in terms of servicing the whole thing, I think. And if you have any other additional questions, do leave them down in the comment section below. Someone also asked what's the metal of the heatsink they're using. I can't really tell. Seems like it's nickel plated for that black color, but I'm not sure if it's aluminium or copper. The heat pipes are definitely copper with that bright brown orange color, but other than that, I'm not sure. I hope this video is informative for you guys. It's time to reassemble this thing back.